bodily functions are not going to stop just because we're recording. I'm still going to be coughing, sniffling.
Well, if you need a soda will help. You have your sodas in the fridge.
I have my sodas.
And hello everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Club. I'm Nick Knack. With me is the great Lord Vorn.
Saki, is there any other sodas in there?
You should have a Sprite or two left in there.
Yes.
You're fine.
I think there's Serum Mist.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's Sprites.
Oh, ooh.
Remember,
Okay,
Sierra Mist doesn't...
Sprite,
There's
Sprite.
no more Sierra Mist. Remember, they replaced Sierra Mist with... what was the
Starry.
Starry, yeah, that's right.
I'm always just amazed by the fact that your refrigerator is such a single person's refrigerator.
You think?
Such a single man living on their own.
Things in the fridge don't tend to keep, so if you only have one person, you can't keep a lot in there because you won't go through it.
There are plenty of things that keep in the fridge.
But also because you know specifically what you will and what you won't eat, so you don't have anything that just sits there. So.
Like I currently have half a liter of potato soup.
Okay, but that probably shouldn't keep for that long.
I made it yesterday fresh.
Store
Yeah.
for a while.
Worst comes to worst, I just dump the leftovers with someone after I've eaten it for a few days and be like, here, have it.
I mean, it's good fertilizer, bare minimum.
The amount of potato peels I sent to the garden yesterday. I just sat there in front of the TV for like an hour fucking peeling potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh my. Next to me we have Realm Shifter.
It's funny that you're handing me off considering knick-knack seeds. Anyways, yeah, so this was my show in particular that we're watching. We're watching Amagi Brilliant Park. It's a funny show, to say the least. So, well, we'll get more into that, though. Well, anyways, handing it off to Seki.
The always
Hi.
forgotten.
For those of you who actually, keep a chronology of the channel, I'm recording this the same week that we did updates. And it's very obvious. I also played too much D&D yesterday. It got too wild. I will say there were several times the players I have, they're interacting wonderfully. One of them got a laughter migraine. We were laughing so hard.
Those are the best kind of migraines, at the very least, because at least it's out of pure joy.
Exactly. Next to me is Nick Knack.
Yep, I already
with our
introduced myself.
new guest star.
With a new
He
guest.
won't say how he's not a barker. I got a new pup named Jack. You guys I'll probably show him on stream.
Oh,
at some
absolutely.
point. Which, within the next week, so this will be weeks before this comes out.
Like I show Peachy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the fur friends.
So we watched Amagi Brilliant Park. Technically, it came out of Rando, but it was Realm's original submission into Rando.
That was a fucking fever dream.
Yeah.
What?
Amagi Brilliant Park.
I loved it. I'm gonna be
it was
real
great.
here.
Yeah.
But, I felt like I was high watching it.
Well, I think... Yeah, so let me do some... I will say, I was just looking this up because I normally do the kind of who made it, what, where, when. This actually has a lot of information on who made it, who wrote it, who directed it, who did the music. So it was done by Kyoto Animation, big animation company. Do I really need to go over the things that they've produced?
I don't think so.
I feel like everyone's heard
it's
of
pretty
Kyoto.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, this came out in 2014. It's an adaptation of a light novel. So it was, let's see, pull up my thing. It was directed by Yasuhiro Takamoto, who has also done Full Metal Panic, some parts of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and part of the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. May he rest in peace. He is deceased now, unfortunately. It was written by Fumihiko Shimo, who's done screenwriting for a whole lot of anime, including... Oh, that may not be an anime. Including something Shin Megami Tensei Devil Children?
Oh, no, that is a video game.
It's a video game, so he's also done a bunch of video games. I see Full Metal Panic, so they've worked together on projects. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Clannad, Fairy Tale.
Well, that's funny.
Oh, great.
It's the same writer as Fairy Tale, and it is the entire run of Fairy Tale.
Oh, my.
I assume it's the script writer.
Yeah. Amagi Brilliant Park, Date Alive 5, Date Alive 4.
The 2 seasons I haven't seen.
Villainess level 99, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, a lot of stuff, basically. Oh, the Prince of Tennis movie.
So, well, actually, so that Shin Megami Tensei thing might actually be, it might be an anime adaptation of
Yeah,
it.
SMT has its animes.
It might
Yeah.
be. And then the music was done by Shinkichi Mitsumune, who did the 2000 Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, which, yes, I love that show. Also did, yeah, it's time to duel.
I'm
Also
pretty
did Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, or V-Rains, which is the 2017 series that I did not watch.
You're like the Gen 1er for Pokemon.
I am
Yu-Gi-Oh.
the ultimate Gen 1er for Yu-Gi-Oh! It is all about the original series, and anything past that is fucking heresy.
Ignoring the fact that the
Pop
original
Green.
series' actual gameplay, from what I understand, is like the worst balanced in the entire series.
At least it's not as bad as fucking Pendulum.
Oh, I don't know about Pendulum, but
Man, you get into some of those later expansions and they are awful. Nobody needs 15 different types of special monster. Just make your synchro summons and be done.
Pot of Greed.
Yeah, Monster Reborn.
Synchro is 5Ds. I only know 'cause
Sorry,
that's the only one I watched.
Sorry, I meant the other one where you combine all the pieces of Exodia.
So
Is it-
normal Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, because there's a special word for monsters. There's like a special name for monsters like Exodia where you combine all the different pieces. I forget the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways,
I think
so
it is Exodia, but I don't know because I haven't watched it.
Exodia is the card. That's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Yeah, that's not the name of the
Oh, okay.
the thing. Anyway, but regardless of that, so I actually found quite a bit of information on the producers, writer, director, music composer, all that sort of stuff. So that was pretty interesting. But it seems like a pretty solid show from, a studio and a bunch of people with like a pretty good track record when it comes to making anime stuff. Like people who are pretty prolific in the industry. Good for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
10 out of 10 for me.
Nice. Cool. So I guess. Well, I mean, I forgot we're not doing the approvals anymore. It's been so
No.
long. But yeah, good positive remarks all around. Yes.
Yeah, but this is basically it's a theme park save it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
If every one of the
Oh my god, it's Planet Roller Coaster.
yeah,
Yeah.
except the workers of the park are all like fairies or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
and they're all
the way I
kind of
see it-
fucked up in the head.
Well, so ultimately, as a genre, I think this is just like pure straight up comedy is the best way to describe
It
it.
is fantasy
Yeah.
rom-com.
It says rom-com, but honestly, the rom-com aspect of that is so minor.
I'm just saying, the genre that this is listed under is fantasy and then rom-com.
Yeah, but the Realm is right here. The romance was at the very back of this.
Which is the best part of it.
Yes, that's the best part of it, actually, is that they barely acknowledge that it's even a thing. You only get vague hints at it, and then even then you could assume that maybe not.
But basically, this kid, Seiya, right?
It's the most egotistical fuck ever.
Yeah, he's a perfectionist. It's fine. He goes to this theme park that's actually a magical realm that harvests energy from the people who go there. And then gets hired to prevent it from closing by the owner, whose name is Latifa Floranza, who's the princess of Maple Land. And they were childhood friends.
You gotta love how on the nose the show is with its references.
You even see some of the references in Full Metal Panic. It's really, really funny reference. I don't think we'll ever see Full Metal Panic though.
Oh,
So
you never know.
It's a possibility.
Well, maybe you're gonna put it into the hat, Vaughn.
I honestly...
I'm pretty sure it is. I just don't think it's going to get pulled.
I don't think Full Metal Panic's in the hat.
Really?
Yeah, don't think
I
so.
could have sworn at least one of us.
I mean, I can check later, but
Yeah,
we have a
check
very
later.
conveniently sorted
Because
hat.
now you've
We
conveniently...
do.
Because now you've
I have to keep
conveniently-
entering info on that shit.
Yeah.
I gotta keep it up on that sheet so we can make it available to the public to see.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want help with that. Just
Yeah.
if I'm available, I'll help.
Yeah.
Also, what is it? Yeah, that's another option. So thank you. You have just given me or Vorn another submission. Whoever gets to you first.
Have at it. I will not be submitting Full Metal Panic.
Yeah.
That's right. Chew.
He made it through. Like he had a bacon flavored one. These are fully edible.
Yeah.
He had a bacon flavored one. He made it through it in like 15 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Such a good boy.
It's bacon flavored. What did you expect?
To be fair, I did have bacon flavored croutons yesterday, and I made it through the entire bag in
They're
like
all
15
flavored.
minutes.
There's another one of these is chicken.
Understandable.
I like Zach. I like Jack. Understand bacon flavor.
Yes.
Anyways,
That aside.
so
Yeah.
Amagi Brilliant Park.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say honestly about this one because it's like
When did this actually come out?
2014.
Yeah, it was 2014.
Yeah.
Season 2, unlikely.
Yes,
Yeah.
very unlikely.
Although-
I know that there was an OVA that was released with it.
So the original light novel kit was released from 2013 to 2016. And then there was a light novel from 2014 to 2015, and a manga was released from 2014 to 2016.
So I think the OVA was actually included in the episode. Like, it's not when you had to go out of your way. It was just part of the season
Yeah.
as a listing.
Because it was just 14 episodes total.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like I think only the first
Yeah.
12 or 13
13.
released. 13, and then the 14th was an
Was
OVA,
OVA.
but it was released in the like on Crunchyroll Funimation as just episode 14. So if you just watched the full list of it, you probably watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got there's some characters. We had Muffle, the mouse-like
Yeah.
The mascot.
Yeah.
Mouse mascot. There were several of them.
With the green hat.
Macaron.
Yes, that was one of them.
It's the sheep.
Yeah.
Tirami,
That was my favorite one.
the pink cat flower fairy. I loved her. Sorry, I love them.
Yeah.
Tirami was great. Wannabe, which was the blue croc.
Yeah.
I love the blue croc.
The blue croc reminds me of fucking Eeyore.
I love it.
From when he was blue for some reason.
Dornell?
Darnell, yeah.
Yeah. Jaw.
Wait. Darnell.
The shark.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the shark was Jaw. Like Jaws.
Jaws.
Which I'm certain was intentional.
Oh, absolutely.
And is fucking hilarious.
And he has a personal walrus that he mans.
Yeah.
Or that he manages.
There are a lot of characters in this series and they're recurring too. Like that's something this series did pretty well.
Yeah.
Was,
Oh, yeah.
Like you never felt like the cast was over bloated, but at the same time, it gave the cast like every single one of them about as much screen time as they needed.
Right, yeah. You never got like overwhelmed. I'd say the only character like aside from like obviously our main character and like Sento was Moffle. I'd say he was probably out of the cast of like characters within the theme park that probably did get more screen time.
But part of that is because he was our uncle.
But yeah, part of that was
Yeah.
due to his relation to Fatima. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Also, Fatima?
Yeah, was it? Wait,
Latifah.
oh my!
Yeah.
Where's my brain right now? Where is? I'm sorry, I did not sleep at all. Not this, what the fuck is my brain doing?
And then we had a pirate special.
That was a funny
Yo
episode.
ho, a
yeah.
pirate's life for me.
I love how in that one episode they just managed to turn that actual capture moment into like an actual attraction for the guests.
Yeah.
Make it seem like it was a script.
Oh, 100%. That was glorious. And then they were like, you know what'll draw people? Soccer. Football.
Yes.
I love that like they still couldn't like they basically had to cheat with that
Yeah.
soccer stadium.
They really did, which is hilarious. I mean, this is so... It sucks, but it's so funny, you know?
Yeah.
Like the series is pretty damn mean spirited and it's kind of great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did really like episode 13, which was when they took the suggestions to make the promo video. For
That
the
was
part.
great. I watched that and I was like, what the I think I texted you. I was like, I just saw some shit.
Yeah.
I never
loved
thought I'd
it.
see an anime where I got to watch a horse give birth.
Yeah, I know. That was
Hey, look, our newest attraction. Horse being born.
horse.
I love when it was finally.
Is the attraction the horse once it's born or the actual birth watch?
I love that once it was all good together, the main character guy watches it and is like,
We could
What
not release
the
this.
And it
We
still
could
got
not
released
use this.
anyways.
Oh, I know. I don't know. It's been a while since we've had a show that's just genuinely funny.
Yeah.
Without any stakes or like overwhelming like icky romance. And I don't mean icky like I just mean like
ew, romance.
you know.
You mean it just like it's not overtly like
it's
in
not
your
like the main
face.
point, and the characters are like some of them are horny, but it's not the entire personality of every character in the entire show to be horny.
Yeah. It's like there's like it's Pink Cat Fairy.
Yeah, who's
And-
one of my favorites.
Yes,
besides Crocodile.
exactly. And then I think that's honestly it as far as like the cast that are like overly like in that kind of department. Even then, it's not that overbearing.
Yeah, no, it's
You
super.
get lots of more like fan servicey like shots and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no one's like overly like being creepy about it, I guess is the way to go about it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Especially after some of the stuff we've watched recently. Sometimes you need a palate cleanser, and we don't always get that with random suggestions and people trying to push certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although I will say, like, I really did like the facial movements right there on a lot of the characters. They were really, really nice and exaggerated, especially for non-human characters, to make sure that you knew, okay, this is what this person is feeling right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had to give the mascots, like, ooh.
The mascots were all they were just middle-aged workers, like, in a dead-end job.
Which is that not the reality?
My favorite part is when they're arguing over what they're gonna do at the first couple episodes. They're arguing what they're gonna do when the park shuts down. One of them's like, "You're a mouse. You have connections to that mouse over at," and they imply Disneyland.
Yes.
It's like, you in fact do not, and they will not take you. They will not take you. But it's funny that you think they will.
Also, how at the end of the series they sold half of the park or the park's land, and they're gonna have a fucking mall mart build. A fucking mall mart.
I can't wait for that. Like,
Well,
it almost makes me want to go and read the light novel, because I'm just like, I really want to know.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there actually is that much romance anyway in light novel. I think it's more of like not the dating romance, but more of the like, I want to save her kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I really, really do want to get in this light novel as well, because like I was hoping for a season 2, but
No.
It's not happening. It's been almost 10 years since
Yeah,
this originally came
it's
out.
okay, but 2014, it's been about 10 years.
Like,
Yeah.
short of them doing like a whole ass reboot, I highly doubt that this is gonna get a season 2.
I mean,
It's
there's always a chance, but it's very slim at the moment.
Yeah.
Especially because, consider this, the director's passed away.
Yeah.
So,
So that's
You know.
something else.
yeah.
so it's kind of, they need to find a new director. I think a lot of times when studios, like if Kyoto Animation were to do a second season, I think they'd want to try to get back the same team, but they can't. So
Yeah.
have to find new people.
Right.
And then also, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this show made a very big splash when it came out. Like, it's
No.
good, but I didn't really hear about Amagi Brilliant Park.
Right.
It's not something I
Like,
hear people
like,
talk
I
about
knew
online.
I knew about this show. Like, it was a thing that I knew about when we were in high school,
Yeah.
since it came out around that time.
But it's like season 2 win has not been a meme for Amagi.
Yeah.
And like, granted, like, yes, like, obviously we live in a more like digital media age, but this show I think also had a slight issue of it probably didn't do too well in like as far as physical media sales go, because they were probably still more focused on physical media sales, because at least over in Japan, physical media sales are a lot more of a thing. It's a lot more
Also,
tracked.
consider this: a lot of light novels and stuff now that get adapted into anime, the light novel, there's been a huge boom in light novel sales and publishment in the West,
Yeah.
which is a pretty significant chunk of like audience viewership coming into some of these anime.
Yeah.
In 2014, that was not a thing.
Right.
Like, Barnes and Nobles and Amazon didn't really start carrying light novels until like 2019, 2020.
Yeah, this is more recent. Like,
Yeah.
they're
So, like,
even-
a lot of light novels now are getting a season or multiple seasons,
Right.
but there's also a lot more readership across the globe rather than just in Japan.
Right.
And
'cause
so a
they're-
lot more hype coming from multiple countries.
Right, because I was like hella confused when I was just first getting into anime, like back in middle school, and I had figured out, I was trying to find a manga for this thing, but instead it came up as a light novel. I'm like, what the hell is this?
What the hell is this? Reading?
Yeah, what the hell is this? Reading? I didn't do that. Reading is cringe.
No pictures? How
I killed
dare
Seki.
you?
No bitches.
I have to imagine the way the people look.
That's cringe.
Me, every day, constantly reading, just imagining shit in my head. Other people do not have that type of brain. You know, I had this discussion with someone the other day, is that, like, I don't know, I have, like, a very 3D, like, spatially oriented brain, and it makes it really easy for me to picture images while I'm reading, or to, like, visualize things in my head, but most of my friends do not have that. It's really funny to, like, talk about things, because, like, one of my friends will be like, well, how do you put that bone on which side of the skull where it's supposed to be? And I'm like, well, I hold it up, and then, like, I move it around 3-dimensionally in my head until I see where it fits in, and they're like, what?
Yeah, no, I mean, that is very 3D spatially. I can't go to that level, mostly just because my ADHD ass just gets distracted, and I'm like, oh, where's that bone supposed to get? Yes, exactly. Ooh, shiny. Yeah.
But anyway, it's just a comment kind of on popularity. It is too bad we won't get a second season, although I don't necessarily think it needs it.
No, I thought it ended at a pretty satisfying spot.
Yeah.
Well, technically, if we're looking at the original anime release, it didn't end on the satisfying spot.
No.
It then went further and did that commercial episode.
Yeah.
Which was like, for the time, must have been a wild way to end it.
Yeah, to end with a fucking promo video. And then the OVAs, the birthday celebration.
That one was a little bit more
Yeah.
of a nice send-off to it. But.
I mean, that makes sense with the OVA.
Okay, but like the competition.
Oh,
the
yeah.
kindergarten.
The kindergartners.
Oh my god.
Those little
Child
gremlins.
exploitation!
I mean,
they show, like,
you want to talk about the crimes of this show? Worker exploitation.
Geneva Convention breakages.
They show up to the kindergarten and the teacher's like, they're new, are you sure they're ready?
That teacher knew what was up.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Did the kindergarten show up in every single episode?
They showed up in a lot. They were always terrorizing the female lead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't every single episode, though.
No, just most of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But those little fucking gremlins.
Then they got sicked on the cat and the sheep.
Such an accurate representation of children.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking gremlins.
I mean, when you were children, you would have probably done the same as well.
No, when I was a child, I sat inside on the couch and read books every day, all day, except when I had to be at school.
I did the exact same thing, except I played video games.
Yeah.
I just watched TV.
Oh, I wasn't allowed to watch TV, and I was not allowed to play video games. I sat inside and I read books. And now I am big brain, well read. Big brain.
See, unlike the rest of y'all, I had a well-balanced childhood with all of that stuff in sports.
I was physically forced into sports against my will. Does that count?
What age did you give up on that? I guess you had ice skating for a while.
Well, no, because I started
Or
when I was
roller
probably
skating.
like 4 or 5, and over the years, I did swimming, cheerleading, basketball, gymnastics, soccer, football.
But you kept up with roller skating, and that one was
yeah,
by
that
your
was
will.
till I was in high school almost.
Even to this day, you go out roller skating, even if it's not on a professional.
Even
or
in high
competitive
school, I did the martial arts for a few years.
level. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you were active.
Yeah. But, consider this. My most active sport that I was not forced into by my parents during the summers was a sport that could be done indoors. 2 sports, actually, because I did gymnastics for almost as long as I did skating.
I loved playing basketball. That's all indoors, too.
If I had known
From what I was playing.
that there was professional like an actual dodgeball league, I might have liked that as a kid. Actually,
There's a professional frisbee golf league by my house.
You could probably still get onto a competitive dodgeball team if you really wanted to. There are some weird organizations.
Yeah,
Duck, dip, dodge, and dive.
Let me rephrase my childhood. I was forced into various outdoor sports, played indoor sports, and then spent the rest of my time
But
reading.
that's how sports work. Your parents force you into a
True.
bunch of them, and you eventually find the ones you like, and maybe, hopefully, you keep up with it, or maybe you don't, and you drop out of sports after middle school.
Go fuck
I
yourself.
had dropped out of sports by the time I was in elementary school.
I physically could not continue figure skating. It destroyed my body. I am so fucked up from that sport.
That wasn't an attack on you. I dropped out of sports after middle school, too.
Okay,
I didn't play anything,
solidarity.
competitively.
Yeah, no, this is solidarity. I was done by elementary school.
High school, I was just golfing every once in a while.
But yeah, so children are gremlins, but I was not that bad.
Okay.
I maintain that. I was a reader as a child. If I was not being forced out of the house, I was reading.
Can we get Sekhmet's mother to confirm?
My mother would absolutely confirm that. Once a tree fell on my neighbor's house, and everyone went outside to look, and I was so absorbed in my reading, I did not notice that the tree fell, and I did not hear the sound it made, nor the screaming. And I finished my book, and then I walked outside and saw that a tree had fallen.
Oh my.
I had heard nothing.
You heard nothing.
Like, my mother, the Mama Seki, will absolutely confirm this.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of like those old black and white shows where one of them was like, I see nothing, I see nothing.
Exactly. See no evil, hear no evil, smell no evil, speak no evil.
Oh, goodness.
Ironically, I'm more of a gremlin child now, because if you put me in the outdoors in a pair of hiking boots or tennis shoes, I will, like a monkey, climb on everything and pick up everything and touch everything.
So so basically you're developing in reverse.
Yes, I have become a gremlin child in my adulthood.
It's like growing, but backwards.
Exactly. He's aging backwards.
What is this, Benjamin Button?
Yeah.
That is the second time I've heard Benjamin Button reference today.
Actually, mine was a reference to the Lord of the Rings in 99 Seconds, and it was specifically talking about King Theoden of Rohan. He's aging backwards.
He's aging backwards.
Legolas surfs on a shielded deep and Helm's Deep.
Oh man, we got so off topic there.
I'm so sorry. This was my fault. It's not normally.
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming, I guess. So, I mean, we pretty much talked about everything, though. I mean, is there any other notes, really, that anyone wanted to add? I mean, I guess there's actually still Waifu Wars.
Favorite bit, we have to do that as well, probably.
We should do favorite bits since this was pretty much a comedy show. What?
I'll start then. My favorite bit was definitely the commercial.
Oh,
The entire commercial episode was
something
amazing.
else. Something.
Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. I like the pirate episode.
Okay, I really liked that gag where, for like an episode or two, the main character was just sick, so they sent all the different mascot members in a suit of him with just the stupid fucking giant zipper on his head, and their whole response to get them to ignore it was just, what's it with that thing on your head? Don't worry about it. Don't get the giant zipper.
Look, it's still a better replaced story than Marvel's Secret Wars was.
Yes. It's at least got that going for it. So I think that was my favorite bit.
Mine has to still be like throwing the uncle and like his two friends at the children. That is my favorite bit.
The uncle and his two friends, which one was that?
Mofu and the cat and the sheep.
Oh.
Yeah. The mascots of the park, pretty much.
Yep.
Those kids are so violent.
Oh yeah. Great violence. I can relate.
There was a cathartic part at the very beginning of the series that I also liked, where Mofu where Moffle attacks, like just straight up attacks a child, his Karen mother and the Yakuza father.
Yes, sir.
Like I think every retail worker would find that at least a little bit cathartic.
Yes.
Segment, do we get a favorite bit from you?
Yeah, she gave
Pirate
one.
episode.
I just gave two.
Well, now then, do you want to go to Waifu Wars, or do we got anything?
Okay, yeah.
Waifu
Wars.
Waifu Wars. Waifu Wars.
Knick-knack.
Definitely the girl that I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but like her appearance, like she shows up and the first thing that happens is like a Spanish soap opera, like she was stabbed on the way there from like, was it her brother who wanted to be controlling her or something like that. Like, I thought it was a bit, and then she actually, like, started bleeding. I'm like, oh my god. And then the police and the showed up.
We love a good telenovela.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
The colored fairies.
So all
Which
four.
one?
No, all four of them.
I mean, you can't pick. You have to pick one out of them all.
Probably green. Yeah, green.
So the dark green, the
Boy,
dark green
Jack.
one, the dark green one.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack him viciously.
All right. So
Mine's
so
the blue crocodile.
nice. So mine is also one of the fairies, but it's the blonde-haired one specifically. She just does the most random BS throughout the entire show. Like, there's just those bits where they're all together and she's just fucking doing random shit with herself, and it's just like, it's funny, but also, what amuses me is that when they had that one test in the episode, specifically, she didn't fail any of them, per se.
No, don't eat stuff off
She
the floor.
just kind of did all of them, so she's like that crouching tiger, hidden badass type of archetype almost. Like you think she's an airhead from looking at the way she behaves, but she's secretly good at everything. So that one, she was funny to me in that way.
Yeah. What did Jack get at?
He picked up something white on the kitchen floor.
I don't know what that is.
It wasn't very large.
Maybe he's even just gobbled some carpet.
No, I don't think it was carpet.
Might have been like a plastic from one of the toys.
Wait, was it something white?
Yeah.
It might have been from that thing. He might have chewed a bit off of that.
It's probably something from one of the toy boxes.
Yeah. Should be okay.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay.
Sorry, where were we at?
So I just finished up explaining my waifu.
Yeah.
And so that was everyone as far as waifus go.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think next. I don't even remember how we picked this. It's been a while.
Yeah, we also had a little bit of like a mess up. So I know what our next anime is technically was put into the hat by Vorn.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think it came out through Rando.
Yes.
Yeah, it came out through Rando. So it's Kaiko Sarata Ankoko Heishe 30 Die no Slow Life na Second Life. Or Chillin' in My 30s After Getting Fired from the Demon King's Army.
Yep.
We will see you guys next time with that anime. Remember, try harder, everyone.
Try.